Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Toytography Live. I'm your host, Brian Carr, and we got some pretty exciting stuff to share with you guys today. So, want to say welcome to everyone. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe because we always have some good stuff to share. We have some photos that we're going to critique today. We have some cool looking photos that we're just going to observe today. I actually got a new figure today. It just arrived today. I haven't even opened it up yet. I'll just show y'all. I got the box right here. So yeah, I'm really doing a little a small unboxing today so you guys get a chance to see what I got. So I'm pretty excited about that. This is still sealed up. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys. We have some new updates for the magazine that's supposed to be due out next month, and we did a little announcement last week for a photo contest. We will reveal the person who won that photo contest and all the details that come along with that. So yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff we want to share with you guys today. First and foremost, we want to say hello to Steve. Man, this dude is always like first at the door, man. So thanks for joining in, dude. And we have Trotter. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we have Mark. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you guys for joining in, and everyone else who's gonna be rolling in. Thank you so much. So before we get started with everything, let's see. I'm gonna show you guys. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I just want to give a shout out to the ones who actually been, helping to make it possible for all of us to do this show and everything. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Jazz Ink Dioramas. They are still currently taking pre-orders. I'm gonna show you guys right now. This is the pre-orders that they're taking for the new Catwoman figure that they are releasing. There's two different versions that they have available. So there's one that's like this clean version, and then there's one that's like a battle damage version that they're gonna have. And then the third part that they'll have, or the third set, is you can actually buy both figures. And if you get both figures, there's a cool diorama that they will be included with that. Some very cool stuff. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So this is some other things that they have available that you can look into. This thing right here, this the bat signal, that's actually one of the things that I own. And man, I gotta tell you, I love that bat signal. It's large, but man, it has like a number of different bat symbols to go along with it. I mean, the light on there is super bright, so it is a fantastic piece, man. So I absolutely love that. But there's so much stuff that they have available. It's not just Batman stuff, they have Star Wars stuff. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that they have available, and they always give updates on what's going on, so you're not left in the dark really on like the progress of everything. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up something or look up something cool for your figures, definitely go to Jazz Ink Dioramas. They are the place to go. The other sponsor that we want to give a shout out to, these are the ones that are actually responsible for helping us do our Toytography challenge, which if you guys have not watched the episodes of the Toytography challenge, you are seriously missing out. That was such a fun time doing the Toytography challenge, and so much stuff that we learned from all the photographers that were there. It was just a great experience from the judges that we had. I mean, all the way up to the very end. It was, oh man, the final show was like the cherry on top. So if you haven't watched it, go to the channel, check out Toytography Challenge. You will not be disappointed. But one of our sponsors that we had for the show was Big Bad Toy Store. They went all out for us, and we are so appreciative of the things that they did for us, including like the toy giveaways that we did during our live streams. So yeah, if you're looking for pretty much anything when it comes to toys, toy photography, anything like that, they have just some amazing figures to collect from 1/6 scale, 1/4 scale, 1/18. They have this little guy right here, the little Stitch figure. If you guys haven't seen that one, you guys should go to Hot Toys and check them out. But you can see it already. They have it available to where you can go and check it out. So yeah, they have a number of different stuff, including diorama pieces, accessory pieces. So Big Bad Toy Store definitely is the place to go. You'll find all kinds of really cool stuff there. So you definitely want to go and check them out. So yeah, who else we got to Sketch? Yo, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. And what you got? Try to. Oh, no. No, man, don't try and send me down that rabbit hole, man. I'm not going down that thing. I'm trying to be cool. See, here's the thing. I already told myself a long time ago that I was not going to buy any Star Wars figures because I had Marvel, DC, video game figures, and so I was like, no, I'm cool on Star Wars because that's just too deep of a rabbit hole. And then once I saw the Mandalorian, I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and get one. So I got that one figure, and then next thing I'm buying another, and now, man, I don't even know how many Star Wars figures I have now with from 1/6 scale to 1/12 scale. I got a whole bunch of stuff, so I have to stop myself. But the running joke is usually when I use it every now and then, I go to my wife and I'm like, hey, you know what? Should I get this thing? I'm not sure if I should buy this. And my wife would be like, you're gonna take some pictures with it. Go ahead. so so sometimes I'm end up buying figures and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I guess it would good look on camera. So whenever I try to go and have her my voice of reason, sometimes she's like, it ain't no problem. Go ahead and get stuff. So I'll get it, and then next I'm buying, just a hope more figures and more figures taking pictures. But I gotta admit, when I take the photos, they do look good on camera. I just to say that. So yeah, some cool stuff with that. So moving on, we have some updates for the magazine. If you guys don't know already, we have a new issue of Toytography magazine that is going to be releasing in June, and we just recently shared with you guys the front cover. So let me see if I can pull this up to show you guys the official front cover of the Toytography magazine. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So you guys can be able to see the brand new issue that we have just recently revealed. This is the June issue of Toytography magazine. And this was the thing. Now, I know I'm kind of revealing a little bit, but still, you should definitely go and check it out. But we interviewed George Jesus because George Jesus was the winner of the Toytography Challenge. And so one of the prizes that that he won was actually being featured in the next issue of the magazine. But gosh, you guys, you have to see the journey that George went through to make it to the final challenge and ultimately win the challenge. It was, oh man, George went through some stuff. and and I mean, it was Fernando also. I mean, man, he actually had some really good photos because George knew it was a challenge because he was definitely getting a run for his money with all the stuff that he had to go through, all the challenges that we had. But yes, this is actually his image for the Toytography Challenge. And so we decided to use that as our official front cover. But yes, we interviewed George. It was a great interview with George. And then also we have some cool looking, some cool articles as well that really we got some really good tips to share with you guys in this issue. I got to say, I'm the one, designing and putting the stuff together. And as I'm putting the issues together, I'm like, oh yeah, this is looking good. This is definitely going to be something that they're going to enjoy. So I know you guys are going to really appreciate the coming issue. I will also say that I wanted to reveal to you guys today. Last week we were accepting photos for it was the photo contest. And so we had everyone vote on the photo to see who was going to win the contest that we had. So you basically had to post a photo, use the hashtag Nemesis, and we had, you basically had to take two figures and have them face off against each other and take a photo of that. And so we collected all the photos, and we had you guys in our Facebook group vote for the winning photo. And it was some good submissions. It was some really, really good submissions. I have to say that you guys did a great job with coming up with ideas for this challenge. And so we now have the winner of the theme challenge here. Let me show you guys the the winner of the challenge was Cedric Rose Holland. This is his image that won the contest, and he received the most votes. So he is going to be featured in the June issue of Toytography magazine. So when you get the new issue, you'll definitely see his photo. So what he wins is he'll, besides having his image posted in the magazine, he also will have like a small little bio about himself and the photo and everything. So it won't just be like it's kind of lost in the mix. He'll have his own dedicated page in the magazine, and there will be just some stuff that's going to be about his photography, and he talks a little bit about his image as well. So sketch. So there he is. Like, that's me. So congrats to you, man. You did a good job. That was definitely a good photo. And yeah, I think for a while you were going neck and neck with George, because he was getting a lot of votes for his image too. So it was like, yeah, going neck and neck with the whole thing. But Cedric ended up winning the whole thing. So good job, Cedric. You won the challenge, and we're gonna have a nice page just for you in the June issue of the Toytography magazine. So yeah. Oh, hey, we got Bram showed up. What's up, babe? Good to see you. Nice to see you here. And so yeah, we're definitely going to share that with everyone. So again, it's just going to be so much good stuff that we're going to have in the magazine that we know you guys are going to enjoy. So yeah. Oh, see, that's what it was. He thought it was like, oh, I lost it, but no, it was like we still had to go all the way to the evening. And so yeah, there was some last minute votes that got thrown in there, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, I mean, but at the same time, it was like, George, you're still there, man, because you got the front cover. So it's not a huge loss for George. He's just like, okay, all right. So yeah, so it still worked out really well. Also, in addition to the magazine, we are still doing the videos for Toytography Dynamics. And Toytography Dynamics, that is a separate show that we do where we talk about specifically the dynamic aspects of toy photography. So it's not just about taking the photos. We discuss posing figures, putting them in dynamic poses, and how to make basically those figures look believable in their dynamic poses. So we've already had a few videos that we put out. We also do interviews with other photographers and also other guys who will actually do a great job with posing. So our first guest that we had was Anthony Six Scale Posers. He actually showed up, and so what we did was, while we were discussing how to pose figures, we actually had a figure that we were going to pose. So we were posing during the show while we were talking about posing. So it was a cool segment, but that video is now up as well. And the next thing we're going to do, which I mentioned it last week, but I'll probably just put a graphic up to get you guys, know where to put your photos. But one of the things we're now going to do to help you guys out is not just talk about posing. We'll also, take a look at the photos that you guys create or the poses that you guys do, and then we'll see if we can help you out in those areas. So in the Facebook group, you can post, a photo of whatever figure that you want in a particular pose. And what we will do is we'll grab that photo and include that into our next show that we have, and we'll actually critique your poses and give you ideas. Actually, if it's possibility, if we have that same figure that you are sharing, or even if we don't, I mean, we could still kind of pull that pose off to kind of show you tips on what you can do. So if you have any ideas or, that you need help on and stuff like that, we can definitely help you with that. So just post a picture in the Facebook group, put the hashtag check my pose, and that way we'll see the photo, we'll grab it, and then we'll put it into the segment of the next show. I will also, I just spoke to someone today who is, they have agreed to be on our next show for posing. So I'm not going to reveal them right now. I may actually reveal it next week of who that person is, because we just kind of sealed it today. So I'll reveal next week who the next person that we're going to interview. And man, like I said, we will pose a figure while we're discussing posing. And I gotta admit, I'm already kind of nervous because I know this dude. Oh my gosh, man! Just his poses are they. If you ever had to compete with him, you'd be nervous too, because he is just he's a person that I know that really pushes the limits when it comes to posing figures and stuff that they can do. Man, it is amazing to watch this guy work. So I'm pretty super excited to be able to interview him, and we'll discuss posing while we're doing that. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I'll make a graphic for later today to put into the group, so you guys can be able to know where to post your photo, and yeah, we'll see what we can do to help you out. So oh, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Glad to see you. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, I have let me see. I have one other thing I was going to share with you guys before we move on. Oh no, maybe that was it. I think I covered everything. Okay, so we're good. So now, this guy right here. Man, I've been pretty excited. He actually got released a few months ago, and I just been so busy. I just haven't been able to really get my hands on a lot of stuff, and I've had other figures show up. So I kind of had this guy sitting on the back burner for a while, and I even put him on a payment plan with Sideshow, because I was just like, I'll just wait. I'll just get it. So I finally was like, let me just go ahead and just get him. So I picked this dude up, and so now I'm going to open him up, and we're going to reveal who this guy is. Really excited about this because in all honesty, I know you guys may not like for the fact that I may say this, but it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of this character, but I love the outfits. Not all of them, but there's some outfits that this superhero comes with it or is seen in, and I'm like, man, all right. I'm not really caring for the person particularly, but that's a cool suit. That's a cool suit. So yeah. So I'll reveal with you guys what I picked up. Let me get this guy out the plastic. So this is the guy who just arrived today. So this is supposed to be the Superior Suit Spider-Man. And man, when I saw like the extra limbs that he comes with, everything, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have some fun with this. So I mean, you guys, for those of you who know my photos, I do take a lot of photos with black backgrounds because I just love like the mystery and stuff like that. So being able to have a figure like this where it's black and has the red in there, I think it's going to come out really well. So I am definitely going to be taking some photos of this dude today. It's going to be I'm pretty excited about this. So yeah, that's going to come out really well. So definitely be on the lookout for some photos that's going to come later on this evening, because I'm already excited. Like as soon as I log off, I'm probably gonna be like, all right, let me pop this in real quick and get some photos of him. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty exciting. I'm happy I got him, happy I picked him up. So yeah, so with that said, I believe we can go ahead and jump into the photos that we were going to take a look at today. So let me go ahead and pull this up, and we'll take a look at the images that we have. Let's see here. One second here. There we go. Okay, first image, and just so you guys know, this is for those of you who have are new to the group, who have photos and things like that, and you want your photos critiqued. We do this thing to where you go to the Facebook group, you put in you upload your image, use hashtag TTM live, and we'll know to take a look at your photo. And whenever we do a live show like this, we'll take a look at your photo and offer any kind of feedback we can give. If the photo is great and there's nothing to say, we'll say there's nothing to say. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead, we'll at least see what we can do and offer any kind of feedback, uh and encouraging words, whatever we can say. So here's our first image. This of course was from Bram. As you can see, he's continuing on with his story. And I gotta say, when I first saw the image, I was like, okay, this is really good. I had to say, the consistency with the lighting and everything. You're very good with sticking with that. So I definitely appreciate the fact that you're staying with the consistency on it. I would say this is definitely a good image, though. My only thing is, I'm not sure, just based off of the other images that I've seen. That's all I'm going by. I'm not sure where the other light source is coming from as far as behind him. Because what we've seen in the other images, you had the majority of the light coming from the headlights of the car. And I'm assuming you had the light that was coming from right here. Um, I'm I'm not necessarily like needing to know what light it is, but like what light you used, but just where's supposed to be the source of where the light is coming from. Because I would expect this area to actually be a little darker, um, and have more of your light coming here. So that's what I'm not 100% sure on. And okay, so the light is coming from the car, but the car is not in frame. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's this would I would say this kind of lighting would kind of make sense if it was in the context of the stories that's going on. But in this particular case, it's like I kind of already know what's happening, so I could see, but I was still kind of expect maybe like a little bit of darkness coming from that shot. But yeah, it's and actually, yeah, see, so that is the thing too. It's like the light, because the light from the back blends in with this. It um that that's where it's just like, okay, where is everything coming from? um the other thing I want to say is, and I understand that from time to time this can be a little bit of a struggle at times, but in some instances it seems uh, your camera angles need to be adjusted as well. Because here's the thing, and I've mentioned it before when looking at the photos. When sometimes when people look at your photos, and let's just say this was online and they're just scrolling, um, you only have a few seconds uh, to grab people's attention to where they understand what's going on. So, with that said, I would have to say I had to actually look at this photo for a while before I realized that that was a rifle he was holding in his hand. And it was mainly just because of, honestly, I think your camera angle is fine, but I would turn Link a little bit. I would turn him a little more so you could see more of the gun. And I mean, honestly, the way I realized it was a gun is because I saw this and then I saw a piece of the scope. So I would say if you turned him, the just leave the angle. I say the angle you did is fine because you can see the Mandalorian, which for people who don't know, they might be looking at this and be like, "Who is that?" But we know what the story is going on. But uh, I can see Mandalorian. I can see the dragon here. I can see Link. But in order for me to see what Link is doing, I would turn him a little bit more so you don't see so much of his back. I would see more of a side to it. But yeah, that would be the only thing, just so I can, just so you can kind of portray what exactly is going on in the situation. And if you turn them that way, it would make more sense why it doesn't look like Link is looking at what's going on, because he's focusing on the gun, which would totally make sense, because he would need to focus on what's happening there, because he's getting the gun ready. So if you had him turned a little bit, then you can kind of see what exactly is going on, what Link is doing, and he would jump right into it. So oh, we have a comment here. um yeah, yeah, see, that would be the thing too. It's and I'm pretty sure there's some thought that goes into planning out, what the next scene is. And so sometimes you may have to uh take the photo and then look at it from the perspective of, like, okay, if I'm not knowing what's going on, can I look at this and still see uh or understand exactly what's going on. So yeah, it's a and you know what? Actually, Bram, this is what I did, man, because of the fact you uploaded this photo, I did see the other photos that you uploaded. So I hope everyone doesn't mind, because I'm actually gonna go into this a little bit, but I did pull some of the other images that Bram did, so that we can get the context of everything, what's going on. So this is the other image uh that he um that he uploaded, which I would say this one's good too. But again, it's how Mando is facing. So I honestly would have turned him just slightly, maybe even like keep his head facing the dragon that's coming, but turn his torso a little bit, just so you can see more of the hand and the arm. And also I would actually put the focus on the gun and not the hand. Um, it's okay if he was a little bit blurred. It's okay, because the thing is you really, in this kind of scene, you would kind of want everyone to focus on what Mandalorian is doing and not the dragon itself, because this is out of focus. My eyes went here. They naturally went here rather than what's happening right here. So if he's a little out of focus, it's okay, because you're like, oh, he's pulling his gun. That's what you want me to see. And so that's where the focus should have been on this. But besides that, that is the only thing. I think the lighting on this is really good. And then the other one that you mentioned, uh, I believe this is the one where you had him going for the rifle, if I'm not mistaken, because I can see the rifle down here, um, but it looks like he's turning away. So I'm not 100% sure if maybe just the focus is Mandalorian going for the gun, and then because now I'm just guessing here, so I'm gonna guess that he knocks him to the ground, and because he gets knocked to the ground, then Link focuses on the rifle, and that's when we see the rifle in this scene. Uh, at least that's what I'm trying to grasp from that. I think that's what's going on. But again, this, I still like the angle. I think this is a good angle on this. So you definitely did a good job, and the consistency with the lighting. Again, but this is another thing I was talking about earlier, when it because of your lighting in this scene. Because see, when you see the context here, it's like there's too much light there, because here it's dark. And even if he went for the rifle, it still wouldn't be that much light on his back. So that would be the only difference. Oh, so okay. So I see he says, so this is the first image. Okay, so this is the first image, and then he goes to this one, and then that one. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. So yeah, I can see that. Um and oh, what you have, it's not taken away, genuinely curious about it. Yeah, yeah. See, and honestly, that's the reason why I bring Bram's photos up, because Bram does good storytelling. This is good storytelling from all of this. I mean, and we go back pretty far, because I believe if you watch the beginning of this whole strip, it's actually linked, like going to the garage and getting in his car and driving down the street and then going to these other areas all the way up until the point where Mandalorian shows up. So I would recommend you definitely take a look at all the photos, because that's the reason why I'm like, you know what, Bram, let me go ahead and take another look at this, because he does really good storytelling, and that's what I appreciate. So the only reason why I pulled these images is because I wanted everyone to see the connection between each image. And so, normally we would only critique one photo per person. But just to keep everything in the context, that was the reason why I grabbed these other ones, so that we can see the connection and be able to pull all the two together. So yeah, I really appreciate Bram, like, really putting himself out there and put himself on the cutting floor and everything, because on the surface, these are great images. Really good lighting, man. Gosh, if I had the ability to, I would hunt down this truck and try and use it for some other figures that I have and everything. Because I'm just like, man, where did you get the? And it lights up, and and all the other images that he took in the past with it. It's a really cool vehicle. So man, it's definitely a good job. I mean, just from the beginning of watching all the stuff, you don't normally see Link in a car. He's normally on his horse. So to see him in a truck, it's like, all right, we upgraded. So it's definitely good storytelling on this. So Bram, thanks again for submitting your photos. So next thing we're going to take a look at, this is from Frederick. I've seen, this is another one where we've seen the kind of the consistency with using the same setup and the same lighting and everything. So I would say this image is really good. I'm not really, I don't really know the context of the whole thing, but I mean, it's still, I mean, even if it's not, it's still something that's still a cool image, something you wouldn't see every day, because you wouldn't see Jason and Chucky in this whole thing. So I'm not sure what the context is, but at the same time, I would say it's still a pretty good image. I'm not sure that with the, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen Frederick. He actually has a full setup, rather than like using images and stuff like that. So I'm assuming this is like his diorama that he has set up with everything. But yeah, this is definitely a nice construct. If he constructed himself, it looks good. I think he did a really good job on this, and everything is really in focus in the areas that you want it to be. So it's good that Chucky's in the foreground, so it makes sense that he would be more visible. Even all the way down to the details down here. I like this. I really like this. So yeah, I would say the lighting is done really well. Frederick has done some things in the past where the lighting was kind of questionable, but man, I think you did a really good job this time. I think you did really good. So appreciate the image. Good job. So the next one we're gonna take a look at. Oh, this is Jay. Jay always does a good job with these portraits. Oh gosh, his lighting is always spot on. Man, it's like every single time he does this stuff, he just makes these characters look so believable. So this is just really nice, where you have the lighting just cutting through in between the bars. Man, this is just really good. And this is the Joker that has the rooted hair, so it makes it even more believable. And then again, actually, that was one of the things that we discussed. One of our episodes of Toytography Dynamics, we were discussing particularly how to position eyes on characters that have movable eyes, because that's really been a challenge where a number of different people are just trying to get those eyes right. And so we actually did a video based on that, and this is a really good example right here of just taking your time, position the eyes right, because man, this is a fantastic shot. This is fantastic. I mean, and you have your focus is right there on the eyes. So everything looks good here. And then you have, the blurred hand, but you can still tell it's a hand, and you can tell that the hand is holding the blade. So yeah, this is top notch, man. Jay, you did a really great job on this. This is a fantastic image, sir. Thank you very much for submitting. So this is good. And see, Bram, I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way. It's like, yeah, this is definitely a good shot. Our next image, this is from Ken. It's just a Ken, dude. Ken just, man, he always delivers on the humor, dude. So this is definitely another good one. If I'm mistaken, is that Jason back there as a Lego? So if that is, dude, that's a good job. But you having the rain effects, and you can totally tell that this is, he edited this in post because of the splashes of the rain. But man, what a good job you did on it. So having the water splash here, and also having the water splash like right there on the shoulder, right there on the head, really good job, man. And your lighting is really good. The lighting sets the tone. Man, I'd say you did a really good job on this image here. And I mean, just you can see the emotion. You can totally tell the emotion of what's going on in the scene. So yeah, this is definitely good job, Ken. And you've been doing really good with the Legos lately, dude. So I definitely I'm glad you switch it up a bit when it comes to your photos. So only recently I've seen you taking images with the Legos, but yeah, you definitely did a good job with this. Oh, dead plants in the backyard. Okay. Man, that totally fits, dude. That's totally fits. That's absolutely perfect. so you definitely a good job with that. Did you actually have something underneath? Because it looks like the leg on the front is running. So did you position anything underneath his leg to keep him in the pose, or did you was he just able to just hold up well like that? So I'm curious to know how you set that up. But yeah, that was definitely a good job. And yeah, see, and that's just the great thing about the Legos. It's just there's so many Legos out there where you could just find faces with all different kinds of expressions. So it's that's really cool. You can just get the emotions coming from Legos, which is why the Lego movie worked so well, because all the Lego pieces just with all their emotions and everything. So okay, so you had a piece of a stick holding them up. Okay. Is yeah. Bram, man, I was just about to say that. So I I would say this is the only thing is to just raise the arms just a little bit up, like he's like got his hands out, like like he's running, but still is. I mean, the arms are still in a good position. They're definitely still in a good position, so it still works well. But that was the only thing I would have like raised his arms just a little bit, like he's just trying to scramble and reach out to try and get away. But even still, it's like these are still looking good. I would say even if you put them in a running pose, like he had one behind him, that would look okay. But I think this looks better. I think this looks better having both arms front and in front of him trying to get away. But yeah, I probably would have raised them up just a little bit. But literally, that's a minor detail. That's something really, really small. But overall, man, that you definitely nailed it on the picture. So yeah, Scooby Doo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so good job, dude. It definitely did a great job with the image. So thanks so much for submitting. Our next one, oh man, this is from Kenneth Trotter, dude. This was gosh, when I saw this, I was floored, man. This is such a good job. And actually, have I just recently got that horse. I just showed it to you guys. I don't have the I have the black horse instead of the white one. But man, this is, look at that. I mean, gosh, just this is the icing on the cake. So this was done really well. Man, and just from the splashing, I mean, just from the ground pounds and everything. I mean, it's just This is definitely a good shot, dude. This is absolutely fantastic. It definitely shows the emotion. You see, get the sense of urgency in the whole thing. I don't know if it's doable. Again, this is a minor thing. I don't know if it's doable, but I probably would have leaned him forward a little bit, like he's kind of leaning into the ride, as he's riding on the horse. Uh, because by him sitting up like this, it's you can only sense the urgency just from this and looking at the horse. But even because this is a thing that's difficult to work with, and I mentioned this before. Sometimes when you buy these figures, the expression on their faces puts a limit on what you can do um, with the image. Uh, but you try to do the best you can with this. So with that said, going to this, if you were able to lean him forward, him having a serious look on his face would totally make sense, because even though he's being chased by this, he's still calm and collected while his horse is running fast. So it would totally make sense to do that. But yeah, like I said, that's totally a minor thing. So uh oh, okay. So you're stiff. All right. Yeah. See, that's the thing you have to deal with, because sometimes that's the problem you run into with these figures is the the articulation in the arms and legs are great. Uh, and sometimes the articulation in the neck really helps. But that torso, that torso is a challenge. You really have to get creative when it comes to posing some of these figures. There's even figures out there where the figure itself has motion in the torso, but the clothing or whatever kind of armor they put over the torso now just eliminates it, and just totally just puts even more restriction that really shouldn't be there if you had full range of motion of the torso underneath. And so sometimes you just got to deal with the restrictions on it. But yeah, again, this is minor. This is also another case where I would only notice this if I was staring at the image for a long time. And that's what happens. That's what happens. You look at an image, the longer you look at it, the more you notice. So that's why I say it's just a minor thing. It's a minor thing, because right off the bat, looking at this thing, it is a fantastic image, man. Your lighting is really good, done light outside. The posing of the horse is nice. So man, this is overall, I would say you did a great job on it. So yeah, this is definitely a good shot, sir. So thanks for your submission. And I believe we have one more image. I threw in one extra one because I just like the way this one looked. This one is by Orion. Man, this was a great shot. This was a great shot. And this is something I noticed at first glance. I was like, wait a minute, did he use glue for the pizza, for the for the smoke coming up from the pizza? I think he might have used some hot glue for that. I think because it looks like it is to simulate the smoke coming from the food. But man, if you did that, that is clever. That is really really clever. But overall, man, this is a really good image. I mean, one of the things that I like when it comes to doing toy photography is the accessories. The accessories really help sell the photo, and so with all of these accessories going around, and I think I'm trying to see what actually. Oh, he's South Park on the photo. And dude's watching South Park on the TV. Okay. And actually I have like one of these little TVs that I put with my Back to the Future figures. Maybe I'll show it to you guys next time. But there was a time where they had these little TVs that were released, and they actually played videos on the TV. So I had one that actually showed like some images from Back to the Future, and it just really, it helped use the image. I used it for an image, and man, you did a great job right here. I mean, gosh, just everything, everything makes the entire shot believable. Um, I I would say it takes a minute to look at it, but uh Deadpool is the only thing I think may be a little too dark. Because it looks like Deadpool really blends in with the whole image. So is he stands out, but he doesn't stand out as much as he should. So I probably would have made Deadpool just a little brighter, even if you had maybe more light coming through to trying to get that image out, or maybe you did some After Effects on it to kind of adjust it and you toned it down a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. But he does kind of blend in with everything a little too much. I would bring him up just slightly if it was possible. And that, I believe that has to do with like just your lighting, or maybe After Effect on it. But other than that, man, I think this is a great job. I really like the photo. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And if it's true that he used glue for the shot, man, that is a nice touch to that. So yeah, I think it's a really good job. So what did you say there? Everybody says should be moved to the right. Uh yeah, yeah, because you know what? I would say that because he does it. This behind him causes him to blend in more. If he maybe took this and moved it over a little bit, he wouldn't blend in so much with all the extra stuff. I wouldn't move it over here because it would kind of blend in with this piece here. So this is your really only open space that you can use. So I probably would have taken this and moved it over there, and that way he'd be more visible with it. You may not need to adjust the light because this doesn't become so much of a distraction with everything. So if he took this stuff here and just moved it there, it would make sense to where he's more visible. Um, that would be my only thing. So yeah, don't move it to the left because it would interfere with the smoke, but move it to the right so that you can see all the extra space, which is clearly, you got some dead space over there that you could work with. And it would just make him a little more visible. He wouldn't blend in so much with everything else that's going on. Sometimes you move things over because you think it might get cut off in the frame, and that happens. Sometimes you have to deal with that. That happens, but I would say it definitely would work okay in this case. And when you're looking at everything in camera, if you're trying to get this in camera, all you have to do is just line that up. If you line it up, you'll see that you'll basically have everything in frame and everything will still look okay. So yeah. So that's going to do it for those photos there. So we're going to take a look at the other photos that have been submitted. These are photos that we are not going to critique, but they are some good photos, and they definitely are just receive a honorable mention, I should say. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at our photo submissions for this week. Now I was like, I like the Ray-Ban, but yeah, that was pretty good. I never bought any of those figures, but I like these little guys. I think these little guys are really cool. Kind of reminds you of just like little kids as adults and stuff like that. So I think they're really cool, but I just can't bring myself to do it. But this Hot Toys, yes, I'll definitely have. I believe I have that figure. But again, see, this is another one where it's like these cool little, little guys with big heads, stuff like that. It's cool little figures, but I just haven't got to the point where I brought them. This is a great shot by Mandy. She just got the Indiana Jones. I'm super excited about getting mine because I'm definitely gonna get some photos with that. This is another shot from Harold. Man, Harold gosh, he just kills it with having all these figures on the screen, everything really nice. I had to throw one extra in from Mandy because she did a good job adding the smoke effect into it. So yeah, this is definitely a good shot. I believe this one is from Ken Turner on this. So man, this was another good one. I like the water effect on that. You did a really good job. This was amazing as well. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are knocking it out of the park with your photos. I mean, it's so inspiring to see you guys with these images in there. It's such a good job. I've actually done a shot similar to this, so this is actually pretty cool having the cape flare out. This is it's really nice. I think this is also one of Cedric's pictures right here too. This was a good job. I like the lighting on it as well. Uh, this is good. This, man, nice lighting, outdoor shots. They always do really well. So yeah, this is definitely another good one. Okay, we got Spider-Man. All right. Okay, very good. Yeah. See, I like this one too. This I like the Venom effect going around. So yeah, this is really good. This is another nice one. Very nicely done. Very good on the lighting. Wow. That's a cool shot. That's definitely a cool shot. All right. Got some flames here with Hellboy. Okay. Very nice. All right, got some military stuff. I wonder if these are customs. There's actually a couple of these that were put in. I wonder if these are custom figures, but they look pretty good. Oh geez, man. It's, Harold, my gosh, man. I don't I'd be beyond scared seeing all them dudes come rolling in. oh, oh, it's another Raphael. Okay. Very cool, very nice. All right. US agent. Very cool. Nice little storytelling right there. That's good storytelling. This is very good. Nice pose. Nice with the cape flowing in the background. Very good. This is another good one. Man, when I saw this, I was like, you know what? I have a small chess set that I could use it, but this is really cool. That's a very good shot. This is good too. Very nice focus on the shield. Good lighting. I like this shot too. This is pretty cool. I think Frederick actually put this one in. This is really nice. This is good. Wow. And just putting the smoke going across the floor, very nicely done. This is I believe Jay did this. Jay Boaz, he did this. This is another good shot. Very nice. All right, another Doctor Doom. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. All right, I'm not sure which this one is, but okay. I think Frederick, this is another image from Frederick. Another black and white shot. Okay. This is cool. Okay. An image of an image is nice. Very good. I like this. Okay. All right. So wait a minute. This is spying on Mando. Oh, I know this scene. Okay. This is the scene from the Mandalorian. Okay. They're trying to recreate the scene. When I first saw it, I wasn't really sure what they were doing, but now I understand. So yeah, that's gonna be they were trying to recreate the scene from Mando. Oh, okay. All right. This is cool. Very nice. This is good too. This is Spider Punk. Very nice on the lighting. This is the kind of lighting you would see in like a club or something like that. Very smoky and stuff like that. Really, very good on the lighting. This is another one. I'm not sure if this was a custom one on there, but it looks really good. Okay, got another one from Harold. Very nice. Very cool shot, man. It's always showing us some really good. And now they're attacking. Okay, I like this angle. This angle is really good. I really like the shot. Very nice. Okay. All right. One of the gargoyles. I didn't pick up this figure. I have some of the other figures, but I didn't pick this one up. But I do like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, you never really go wrong with the Daredevil and Kingpin just trying to do one of those shots. But I love how the rope just goes all the way around. This is really cool. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. All right. So that's gonna do it for our images for today. You guys did some really good submissions for that. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up for today. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. Thank you for submitting your photos and everything. I will go ahead now. Like I said, I'll put up a graphic for you guys today to, so you'll know where to put your images if you're looking for critiques on posing. And also there was someone, I believe it was Bram, I'm not 100% sure. I believe it might have been someone else. But one of these segments that we're going to do with the Toytography Dynamics is we will discuss dynamic lighting. So not just like your basic white lights. We will do a show where we would use different color lights and how to use those to your advantage. So you can have like some really cool lighting setups and stuff like that. But yes, we will do a episode of Toytography Dynamics using dynamic lighting, even different angles with your lighting, shadows and things like that. We will do a segment on that, and also be on the lookout for another dynamic posing video. So we'll put up some figures for you guys to vote on, so you guys can decide who you want to see in the next episode of the Toytography Dynamics, and we'll do some poses with that. It might even be maybe this guy. Who knows? We'll see. Whoever gets the most votes, that's the one we'll throw it in there. I got 3 of these guys now. This now makes my 3rd figure that I have that has the extra limbs. I have the Iron Spider. I got that one that has the 3 limbs, and then I have the advanced suit from the part 2, and then now the superior suit. I just like the limbs and everything. Just you can do so much stuff with that stuff. So yeah, so we'll discuss that. We'll see how that goes. But again, thank you guys for joining us today. You guys are so much appreciated. I mean, every single time, I just greatly appreciate you guys. So we will catch you guys next week, and I'll see you in the next episode of Toytography Live. You guys have a great, productive week.